You started this. I'm worrying about the podcast right now.
We're playing this game.
This is everyone's favorite game.
This is nobody's favorite.
I got sober the last time we played because of, like, literally every other battle was in this.
We're not going to do Galactic Conquest. We're just going to do the instant action.
I'll walk out of this house.
We're not gonna be Becky Pooh.
No, I'm Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer's me.
Oh, what the f? I thought you were Mr. No, you're not. Becky.
Do you want to play?
Were you playing as Dragon Slayer?
No, do you want to?
Yeah, I did.
And you're f***ing on my kill death.
You're worried about that?
With DSLRs, it just is retarded. Ready? On start. Boom. Welcome to the Simonji podcast.
Rise of the Empire.
We are out here and
No, not instant action.
we're not doing Rise of the
Why
Empire.
the f not?
I mean, I like my women like I like my coffee.
Wait,
what?
Right there, dude.
Anyway,
Doesn't even make remote sense at all.
we're celebrating Noah's 21st birthday, and we're doing something different on this podcast. Not only are all four of us playing a video game at the same exact time, we'll be talking about technology.
No, are you on the other side right now?
Wait, why the f are we talking about technology?
Because we're trying something new. We're moving away from movie podcasts. Well, we're still doing them,
Dude, my
obviously.
little guys
It's
are
not
shocking.
four unqualified guys who be talking about these like complex issues.
Exactly. like driverless cars and stuff like that. But here, let me
Guys who know nothing about technology. Like, let's talk about technology.
Are you talking about the Google car? They've been talking about that for so long.
Okay, so here's
Ow!
today's
I felt
topic.
that.
Here's today's topic. Is technology growing too fast?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
We
Technology's
can cut it
ruining-
right there.
Dude, technology's
End of
ruining
podcast.
everything.
Okay,
People
let's
used to
not-
rob banks and to get away with that, but now you can't do that anymore.
Anyway.
That's the reason why it's moving too fast.
Yeah.
That's the good old
Get
days
away
back
with
in
that.
us.
Dude, like the Wild West, dude. They used to just kill each other and
Seriously.
You remember back in the Wild West?
Yeah, dude.
For those
Back in my day,
for those
we just shoot each other in the freaking bar for no reason.
for those audio listeners at home, we're all playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, split screen. So be sure to check us out on YouTube. And also,
Holy rebels.
by,
God. Son.
by the way, we are now on iTunes.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, we will.
Even though it's going to take a sip regardless. But
There you go.
You know what we should have played? We should
yeah.
we should have done Republic Commandos.
holy balls!
Yeah, we'll play. We can do that. Anyway, so yeah, the topic tonight is technology growing too fast? Here's the thesis, main
Are you
idea.
Empire?
What?
Are you up there?
Yeah, to be rebels. Technology is always changing, but lately it seems to be always in the news with driverless cars, virtual reality, and AI. With all this technology and trying to be the center of our lives, do we think that technology is growing too fast?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
It's not growing fast enough.
Noah says it's not growing
Look,
fast enough.
I think it is growing too fast, but at the same time, I don't know. I think in general, there's a lot of pros and cons to it.
Right.
Like a lot of the medical advancements.
Absolutely.
Think Uber, Lyft, that's a great technological advancement.
Uh-huh.
And even I feel like self-driving cars, even that will probably. I mean, if we can get it to to be super precise and accurate, there probably will be very little accidents.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the plus, but the social media aspect of it, I think, is definitely. I feel like it kind of took us off guard. Like we thought it was harmless, but it really is like affecting, especially kids, like for sure.
Right. So let me give you some examples of how technology is growing really fast. Do you want to start out? Well, let me ask you guys this. Do you want to start out talking about driverless cars, virtual reality, or AI?
Well, I heard about the AI thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
AI.
That's fine.
All right, AI is pretty cool actually. But it's also the scariest tech probably ever created.
Terminator, dude.
So
That's so you know.
AI is everywhere. It's from
Oh.
it's in your.
I was out of stamina. I couldn't dodge that, dude.
So AI is everywhere. It's in your smartphone. It's in your computers. It's in your home assist. It's in your cars. It's just everywhere, you know. The technology allows artificial intelligence to assist you to give you weather, setting the temperature of your house, playing music.
Who's Luke Skywalker?
How did you be Luke? Because I killed. Well, that's how.
There's also AI to help you set up appointments. Google a few months ago showed us their Google Assist making their what was it? An appointment to a hair salon. You guys remember that?
Oh my god.
I don't remember that.
So they made this video where they had Google Assist.
Chewbacca. Sorry. Hello, excited.
Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or
So-
creepy. I don't know.
So what's the main beef with AI? 'Cause-
So let me give you the pros and cons of what I found so far, and we can add more to this as we go. So the pros.
What the? I've already died.
Look at my guy.
For sake.
Sick boy. You're right, baby. You're right, boy. Oh, I f***ed him up.
All right. So for pros, you can have.
Kids, cover your ears.
So for pros with AI, you can have a robot slave. You can tell the AI to turn the lights, the AC, make a. You could have. Well, not yet. We're getting there.
Ex Machina.
Josh's like, we're getting there.
Ex machina.
Believe you me.
It's ex machina.
Machina. Sorry.
Machina.
I said Machinima.
It's even worse.
But also AI can help.
Shit, man.
AI can also help those who are impaired or have a disability. Kind of like what Ryan was saying. In the medical field, AI definitely can help with.
Dude, if I've heard they're already kind of working on like doctors are in like a separate room and they're kind of controlling like these like it's almost kind of like robot arms and they have like 100% precision.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
Exactly.
I think that's a good thing. I mean, it's like it pretty much reduces the chance of like messing up a surgery. It can do things that no human can actually do with their own hands.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why it's like that I can see being good, but when it comes to like AI taking over everything, because I think there's a lot of stupid jobs where computers can do it, where it's like, why is there a human that needs to do it? It's like it's a job where like on the bus station where they have someone like punch your ticket. It's like, what is this, 1860? It's like
Right, yeah,
you can have like a kiosk do that for you. But like there's a lot of other things where it's like we shouldn't just throw out all.
How did that guy not die? Just sliced him into
Just
pieces.
replace it
by-
with a basically.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's with anything with technology these days. Technology can either help make jobs easier, or at the same time take away jobs from like humans as well.
Yes.
Like the
Well,
biggest.
it's a give and take. I mean, of course, people are going to lose their jobs, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying. Like when you read, it's the same thing. Like when you see like the taxi drivers in New York are getting pissed off at Uber because we're like, oh, we're losing our jobs. It's like,
Right.
Become an Uber driver.
Uber objectively is better. I mean, if you look at
Yeah.
just the whole like the losing my train of thought right now, so I'm trying to take some. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, just overall, like, I mean, if you look at the reviews from other people, it's just more practical, it's way more user-friendly, and, like, apparently taxi drivers, they discriminate more, because, like, they know, like, all right, I'm not driving to this area to pick up anybody, because I know this is a dangerous part of town.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Uber, you just see the person and their star rating.
Right.
So it's like, if you're you're going to get a crappy rating no matter what neighborhood you're from. So I think that's good. It's like, it treats people as like as an individual rather than the neighborhood they're from.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just
Yeah, I think
kinda-
so.
Wait, what the
Who else was on my team?
Josh.
What the hell? All right, cut the podcast. I can't play anymore.
I was like, how am I winning?
I'm not even on the list.
It's been great, guys.
We're on
Oh wait,
the
you're not
list.
listening.
I love Josh. How did Josh get points and he didn't even play? Look at me.
23 kills.
Oh my God,
Player of the
30
game.
Wow, I'm not even good at this game.
Player of the
30
game.
kills. See, Adam, you're a freaking gamer for life, dude. It's in your blood.
All right. For the cons for AI,
Oh, that's a bad guy right there.
so AI can use your cell phone to suggest things to you. They can listen in.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah.
I
Siri,
ain't about that,
Facebook.
It's like that sounds good on the surface, where it's like, oh, well, we're just trying to help you out because we saw that you like to search for this, so we're just trying to,
It's a little
nudge you in the
soft.
right direction. But at the same time, you're like, still, I don't want you like kind of prying in on everything that I look at.
Right.
So I look at some dirty stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the only one, you know.
Well, there
Okay.
there are some benefits though for it kind of listening
what the
in.
flip is going from me?
Like, so when I got the Crosstrek, the orange Crosstrek, I was looking online at the Crosstrek at the dealership we were trying to go for,
You see ads on like every other website.
no. They said online on the website, oh, we don't have this Crosstrek at this store. I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. We'll still go. We go to the store. They have the exact one I was looking at. I don't know if that's a conspiracy theorist or what. Like there's some sort of algorithm where it's like, hey, somebody was looking at this car, send the car over to the Subaru ASAP, and hopefully they'll buy it. It's kind of the same thing too with, remember when Dad and I were talking about 3D printers?
Dude, speaking of like technology and future, that's gonna,
Yeah.
3D printing I can see really getting big.
Yeah, definitely. But we were just talking about 3D printers, like just like us by ourselves. And then like 3 days later, I checked my phone on Amazon. It's like, hey, check out these 3D printers on sale. It's like, what the hell? Like, I wasn't even looking that up anywhere on my like computer or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember, when I was looking at a car, I was looking mainly on like Auto Trader and a little bit on Craigslist, and like I was going on every other website just kind of doing like homework or whatever, and dude, every ad like on the banners or whatever websites would all be Auto Trader,
Yeah,
Crosstrek,
exactly.
Subaru, and I'm like, I mean, it doesn't like bother me. It's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same time, AI is theoretically always listening. Like there was a story. This is apparently a true story, but it's also like a major glitch in the system. You all know what Alexa is, right? The little
Yeah.
Amazon Echo.
We actually have them in the house right now.
Apparently there was a story.
Alexa, tell me a dirty joke.
Alexa.
Wow, all right.
It's not plugged in, but
Alexa. No, what I was saying was there was a story of Alexa apparently was listening in on a conversation. Like nobody said like, hey Alexa, like record this conversation. It was just sitting there. A married couple was having their conversation, and Alexa recorded that conversation and emailed it to somebody on their contact list on their phone. And like the person got on the phone and said, what the hell? Like why am I listening to this conversation right now?
yeah,
What was the conversation about?
I don't
Was the guy like, I really want to try.
I don't know.
Honey, just don't tell anyone, right?
I don't think it was like
It's between me and
I
you.
just want to eat your like an apple fritter.
I don't think it was.
Is that a real saying? It's gonna be one. Thanks, dude.
Make that into a t-shirt.
I'm gonna eat your. What was it again? I already forgot it again.
I'm gonna eat your like an apple fritter.
Speaking of fritters, dude.
But no, but it was like
I was literally saying that all this morning.
I didn't know that. I just tuned you out.
it was a glitch. So I mean, it's not like it wasn't the end of the world, but it's just one of those things where it's like, they can listen to my conversations and then send them to anybody they want to.
Yeah, I don't like that, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
And I just feel like with that, it's kind of like a slippery slope. And I get people probably in like the 1900s saying, I don't know, I just think computers, man.
Right.
I mean, there's probably a grain of truth to that, but at the same time, when it comes to like the point where, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but I think it can lead to something where it's like there is no privacy anymore with individuals.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always like, oh no, we just have all these like these softwares for you to like hunt down the bad guys, you know, or like to protect you kind of thing. They kind of twisted to make it seem like, you know, it's a beneficial thing, and really it's like,
Oh yeah,
it though, you know?
it definitely can be abused, for sure. Not just by the bad guys, but it can also be theoretically abused by the good guys. Like police can then take this information and without a warrant, just listen in on this conversation.
It's pretty much like, I mean, not to get political, it's like on Facebook where they try to say like, we want you guys to point out fake news, or on YouTube where it's like, well, like, what does that mean? You know?
Right.
It's a very like ambiguous kind of gray line where it's like there's not really a set legal definition for it, or maybe there is, I don't know, but it can get very kind of dicey, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can see it kind of going wrong.
Yeah.
But,
Let's move on to the next topic, virtual reality. Noah, this one I think you'll like a lot.
VR porn. I just want the porn, dude.
Exactly, VR porn. Yep.
Oh, another one.
Gosh,
You guys all suck. I wasn't even playing the whole time.
So,
Mr. Gamer dude, where are you?
Suck at this game.
What did I
Scroll
do?
up. What was my score?
Yeah,
Dragon Slayer was a traitor, apparently.
9 kills, that's it.
Oh yeah, I like kept on killing my own teammates over and over.
Oh, idiot. Anyway, virtual reality, it's probably going to be the next... It's going to be the new normal within the next 2 years just because it's growing so much.
What do you mean normal? Like in the video game world or just everyday life? Like this is going to be...
I think for right now,
the
it's probably going to be in the gaming world. I don't think it's going to be quite
Ready Player One?
Ready Player One. That's what the world is changing into.
I would think so. I think maybe virtual reality... So there's virtual reality and then there's augmented reality. Where augmented reality... Remember the... It's the thing where you put the glasses on. It's kind of like with Google Glass, where you put the glasses on and you can look at the blank wall and there's a TV that shows up where it's like there's the weather right there. If you're biking, you're wearing the glasses that tells you your speed, the direction, and stuff like that.
I want them to come out with that shit already. When is it that shit coming out?
They don't know. Microsoft had one in development and there's been like no news on it, which is
I don't
really
know.
weird.
Can you repeat that last part you were saying? How like it tells you like the speed you're going with?
So-
I was kind of dying when you
Google Glass, before they stopped producing it or researching on it, the idea was like if you're biking or something, you just wear simple pairs of glasses, and without looking at your GPS, you could be. The example they used was you'd be biking through New York City, and the GPS will be in the corner right hand of your screen of your glasses. It'll be like, okay, turn left, okay, turn right, type thing, like as GPS. I mean,
that could be. I mean, that's kind of cool, but
it's cool, but I mean,
Or it can like highlight the street.
there's still just so much.
exactly,
Like,
it could get that advanced,
do you need
definitely.
that? Like I don't know. There's so
It-
much.
it's
where
just cool, like.
But
Even
it's
like,
like
my
it's
Apple
gonna come.
Watch.
It's gonna. I'm gonna sound like this old far. Like we don't need all this, but like.
Well,
Dude,
obviously
it's
we
gonna
don't
come
need
to
it, but it's just cool.
It's gonna come to the point where it's like we're gonna become so dependent on if we don't have our GPS or our freaking our little electronic sunglasses and our electronic toe rings. It's like we're not gonna be able to function in society. It's like we're gonna.
They
be
actually
like,
do have.
what do we do?
electronic-
Like,
they're coming up with electronic rings now.
see, that's just why. I mean, it's like no, we're just bettering society.
It's all about-
we're advancing. It's like humans aren't. The
Well, did you
technology
hear what-
is.
Yeah, it's
We're
all
just-
about convenience.
Yeah, we're
really.
saying we're like humans are plateauing right now, if not declining, as far as like intelligence and like dependency, self-reliance, and it's like I'm sounding like an old fart right now.
Yeah.
But
Let Noah
Wait,
speak,
wait,
Ryan.
wait. Did you hear that? Like
Let me speak.
every
talking.
I'm talking. That's so funny. No, but I guess every 100 years or so, the sun will like have this like burst of energy where it like literally wipes out electronics on Earth.
Good.
So like literally, your car, planes will fall out of the sky and will be. For like
Wait,
a
where
long
did you
time.
read that?
Dad told me about it.
Phonybaloney.com.
Fake Science Monthly.
Yeah, phonybaloneynews.com.
Same with like the earthquake in California. If that hits hard, we're like there's gonna be nothing we can do. It's gonna be the biggest show people trying to get out of there.
Yeah. Well, as
Basically,
we
the end of
scare.
the world is coming.
Yeah. Thanks for scaring our audience.
And
Back to
we're
the.
due for that solar blast or whatever, so like it's gonna happen any day now.
Dude, where are all the rebels at?
Gosh.
Where's my
All right.
team, man? I'm
Um,
over here holding it down alone.
So-
it would take months for them to get it back and go up and going again. Like months of having no electricity.
yeah. Anyway, back to virtual reality.
Is that what we were talking about?
What are we talking about?
Okay, the glasses thing, I think that'd be really cool to have because especially like
If it's like Kingsman.
So the augmented reality.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. I think that's going to be way better, and people should be investing into that rather than virtual reality. Because virtual reality, you need the goggles, you need a good computer, you need headphones. With augmented reality, it sounds like everything's just in the glasses, and that's
yes.
it. So
Yeah.
Which
Adam, did you just switch over to that?
I know. I was like, can't
no,
believe I'm doing it.
I was like being the rebels, so I was like being the Empire.
Typical like, I don't want to lose. I'm just gonna be in the other team.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow, thanks guys. 110 to 8.
Right, you're
Oh my
sick.
goodness. Oh, this game, dude.
anyway,
But yeah, I was just gonna say this glasses thing would be really helpful for like people that ride motorcycles.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do it without them.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't have
It's like, why?
they don't have to wear glasses too. They can make like a specific like motorcycle
helmet.
helmet.
Yeah,
and
for
just
that.
either swap out the
I'm
visor.
pretty sure they already have that.
Helmets are for. who needs safety, dude? Get out of here. I'm anti-safety.
So I'll kind of combine virtual reality and augmented reality. So the pros and cons of it, I mean, right now with virtual reality, since it's the only thing that really exists, it can be used for research, web searching, gaming, work like engineering and medical fields. And then really the only con that I see with virtual reality so far at least, there hasn't been any like medical issues besides it being an addiction possibly.
Yeah,
like kind of
virtual reality.
Well, I mean,
I can see it once it advanced, especially in the gaming world, where it like, I mean, even now, like how games, like the graphics look pretty real.
Yeah, like look
like,
at this
you know,
game, Star Wars Battlefront 2, best graphics ever.
Dude, yes.
With VR though, like if it gets to the point where it is like fun gameplay, looks realistic, feels like it kind of immerses you in the real world.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be hard to like. People are gonna call off work, be like, "Hey man, I'm busy.
Right.
I got my second life to attend to, bro."
No, yeah, definitely. And they just announced recently, the World Health Organization, that they said that video game addiction is now like a mental disorder or something.
Dude, I really feel
Which
like
is
video
true.
games, like cell phones, especially kids who can, like my nephew or even my other nephew, like they're both gonna have like serious dependence issues on this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure, even
definitely.
adults now do, man. It's crazy.
Trying to change one empire,
Yeah. You can't beat enjoying it, man. Yeah.
Join the Empire.
I think it's me, dude. I'm like the bad luck charm.
Yeah.
Shot me, dude.
Like, look, Ryan, we're losing.
You guys are capturing command post number 3. You're good. Yeah, virtual reality gaming-wise, I think is pretty cool, and augmented reality, I think is going to be.
People are gonna get like
Awesome.
real like PTSD from like playing Call of Duty VR.
Yeah, exactly.
The flashbacks. The war.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Well, it could be good training for like soldiers.
That's okay. That's what
Yeah.
I heard. I heard that there's
They already are doing that.
there's a VR training simulator for the Air Force.
Yeah,
Like,
I
to get
bet
you.
they've had
They do
that
that for
a while.
astronauts. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, there's a virtual reality game at downtown Disney that you can play. It's like you put on the VR helmet and like you wear a vest, and it's like laser tag but with VR and Star Wars. And the idea is like you shoot each other and you'll get and if you get hit, like the chest thing will shake or whatever and it'll vibrate on you. So it's like, oh, I got hit type thing. It's kind of like laser tag in a way, but it's VR. So yeah, the military definitely could use something like that. At the same time, they probably also do like airsoft or paintball or real bullets with each other.
They do paintball.
Yeah. Or they just actually shoot each other.
Yeah. Our military, we just murder each other.
Yeah, training.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to talk about cars, Noah?
Sure.
All right.
Terrible.
Driverless cars. Noah, how do you feel about the government ripping you out of your car so they can replace it
It'll
with
never
driverless cars?
Dude, I wanna
I don't
be
see that
vintage.
ever.
You don't think they'll ever catch
maybe
on?
not never, but like it's gonna be way after our lifetime
So,
for everybody to have a driverless car.
with driverless cars, they've been testing it all over the place. They've been doing it in San Francisco, London, even Arizona. They were doing it. But I mean, they've been having a lot of accidents. The most recent one I found was actually in Arizona, Tempe,
Yeah, that's Tempe, Arizona.
Arizona, where the self-driving car killed a pedestrian.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
Oh,
like
where the
that.
guy wasn't paying attention.
No, it's a self-driving car.
So
there was
Or was
one
it like
I
an
saw.
operator
It was an
behind
auto.
the
He
scenes?
was on autopilot mode.
yeah.
But the setting for the brakes, like the automatic brakes, was turned off for some reason, and he was watching something on his phone, and he looks up, and then there's a person there, and they ran
Yeah.
over.
So Tesla, they have the autopilot mode where it makes it
But
drive
that wasn't
by
a Tesla.
itself.
That was a Nissan.
Yeah, but it's the same idea. Tesla's had many accidents before, where they had the autopilot mode on and the driver wasn't paying attention, and then they killed somebody. This isn't the first time this has happened.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Like that was kind of a big deal, like the self-driving car accident or whatever. But it's like, if you think about it, like the grand scheme of things, how it's like, if you think about all like the trillions of times cars kind of whiz by, you're like, shoo, 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 and it's only like what? How many? 40,000 accidents a year. It's kind of a miracle as it is. If you think about it.
Right? Especially
So it's like
these
a few little hiccups. Like I'm not saying like, oh, whatever, don't deal with it, but. If we have a few, it sucks, but it's like, let's not just be like, all right, no more self-driving cars. It's like, we gotta keep trying to progress, I'm just talking in regards to people that are freaking out about
I totally get that.
Stop this madness. It's like,
It is funny though, like as they are trying to push driverless cars, like there are these accidents, like
and electric cars too.
I know, it's like, it happens.
You know,
I mean,
Volvo?
it sounds very insensitive.
Yeah.
Volvo, though, I'm pretty sure in 2019 they're only developing electric cars that are no more gas cars. From
Yeah, I think companies are
Isn't that
starting to
crazy?
do that. It's
That's
weird.
dope. I mean, once the technology gets there, man, I'm so down for
Yeah.
that.
But I mean, there are, yeah, I mean, there's a
it takes
lot.
too long to like refill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like refill the battery.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of sports cars that are just doing electric, so. Like the McLaren P1, isn't that all electric?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's a hybrid.
Hybrid. Yeah. So, no,
The new Subaru STI is going to be a hybrid.
I know. I heard. I thought it's gonna be electric.
Hybrid.
Oh, it's hybrid. Okay.
So, but not
I'm
like
curious on that.
it's not like a hybrid like like a Prius. It's a hybrid like the P1 where the electric engine will kick in where the gas engine is lacking,
Yeah.
like in between shifts and off the line, obviously.
yeah. So, back to driverless cars. Yeah, kind of like what Ryan was saying, like, there are going to be accidents and stuff like that, but in reality, the only way that there will never be a car accident again with driverless cars is if everybody had a driverless car.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the entire system would communicate with each other, unless there was like a glitch or something like that, but it'd be super rare.
Well, and then there's going to be hackers that can hack the car.
There has been hackers. Recently, somebody had like a Jeep or whatever. I don't know how recent. Like maybe I think it was last year. Somebody had a Jeep and they were able to hack into the Jeep and drive it like via their like cell phone or something.
Like how would it handle up in or hold up in court where you have a guy driving his car like normal, and then the other dude in a self-driving car, and then like they both kind of collide together. It's like, well, the one guy would be like, well, it was self-driving, or the car was driving itself. Like it's not my fault.
You better hope
Like
you
how-
have insurance and a good.
Just the insurance if you're still legally responsible for it. Or
So I mean,
you're probably still legally responsible, I'd imagine. There's
Yeah.
no way to be like, oh, sue the car.
They're gonna have to change laws or make laws.
no, they'll definitely have to make laws. I mean, there is a push for people to like. I don't know if it's California or what, but there is a push for making everybody just strictly do driverless cars, just to make sure, like, because once that happens, there's gonna be no accidents. Everybody just doesn't own a car anymore, and they just summon a car via their app, like Uber type thing.
I think it'd be a while for that because I know a lot of people like to drive, like including myself. I love driving, but I mean,
Yes.
over time, I mean, it would be kind of nice to just
Right.
have other like a
It'd be nice to be
random car just pick you up, like, hey man, where do you need to go?
Yeah, it'd be nice to be given
Look
the option whether to drive or to be driven. But at the same time, yeah, like you're saying with the laws, they'll have to make laws to talk or to, you know, what's the fault of the driver, what's the fault of, you know, the driverless car. Like they'll have to figure all that out. It's a mess before it can, like, you know, be normal.
I don't see that happens.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing we have to think about too is the moral consequences. Like you always,
Car driving?
for the driverless cars. Like you've heard of the thing with driverless cars where if your car's driving you and you're heading down a street and there's a child that runs in the road, the car has to decide whether to hit the kid in the road or turn into a crowd of people.
Yeah.
So in that situation, the human would have to make that decision, but
Yeah,
at the
'cause
same
can't
time,
they still take over and like grab the steering wheel if that happens?
right,
I feel like they
right
would.
now they can, yes, but
I
the
would be
idea.
surprised if it came to the point, or if it would, it'd be a while, like where they let you like kind of take a nap in your car on the driver's side. I feel like they would still kind of, you know, push you to be like, no, still kind of be on the alert, even though your car is pretty much driving itself.
So Google is the only company I think that are making a driverless car where you don't have a steering wheel. Tesla, I think, is
that
keeping the
makes
steering wheel. I
sense.
think Nissan, know what you said, is keeping the
Well,
steering
Nissan
wheel.
just has that like lane assist thing where it can keep you in your lane.
Oh yeah.
Even
Um,
Tesla only has that.
I think Apple's even trying to make a driverless car.
That
too.
makes me nervous for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no control, like.
But so-
but no, even Tesla, the autopilot, it's not like it's dry. Like it can't make turns for you or anything like that. It's like when you're on the highway, it can keep you in your lane,
Mhm.
and then you can tell it to switch lanes, and that's
Right.
pretty much as far as it can go.
Yeah, but yeah, when I'm talking about driverless cars, I mean like with Google, what they're doing, where it's like you get in the car, it's a two-person car. You can see the videos on YouTube. They get in a car, no steering wheel whatsoever, just the two seats and seat belts. There's an emergency button you can push, brake,
What?
There's emergency brake you
I
can
won.
push.
I beat you guys.
Flip, dude.
So yeah, there's an emergency button you could push, but you have no steering wheel, so you have no control. You just type in on the GPS thing like, "Hey, take me home," type thing. So, nice job, Dragons Lair.
50 kills. Wait.
22 kills, baby. I'll take
Click
it.
on me. Click on me.
You guys still guys?
Okay, never mind. This map.
Yeah. So, driverless cars.
This is a straight.
What about
I
motorcycles?
totally
Topic
forgot.
one?
I have
I
a
totally forgot my
question.
train of
What about motorcycles then?
Well, it depends what the law is. If the law is everybody has to own a driverless car or only be transported by driverless vehicles, motorcycles, they might make them driverless or they just might just ban them altogether. Because there hasn't been really any work on driverless motorcycles, at least not to my knowledge.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Have a great night, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell us what you think about technology. And
Oh, wait. Free Xbox One giveaway. Hit up Josh.
Leave it in the comments.
Just ask for an Xbox One. He'll buy you one. We're making that kind of podcast money now.
Yeah.
And also let us know if you have a topic for us to talk about, like technology. And yeah, leave your thoughts and comments below. And
Yeah, you may be thinking, why would we ask these guys questions? They're not qualified. You're right, we're not.
absolutely.
And I'm not even gonna follow up with that.
We're a
not
bunch of
qualified.
idiots that look like a bunch of.
And
we play old
I work at
Xbox
Chick-fil-A.
games.
Oh, dude, the comedian that was talking about Chick-fil-A. I was laughing so
You're getting
hard.
offended.
Hey, Buster!
that's my company.
That was
They're
so.
like, Sundays.
That was funny.
Good
though.
night.